It's kind of way to start. I just said I want to say thank you to everyone for coming. And this is our introduction, and we decided about 20 minutes ago to do this our introduction.
I look around and see my wonderful life falls perfect from the outside. In picture frames, I see my beautiful wife always smiling, but on the inside I can't hear her saying, look in their innocent eyes, they're just children from the outside. I'm working hard, I tell myself they'll be fine, they're independent, but on the inside I can't hear them say, strong hands, stand up when I can, don't need hungry for love, chasing dreams. What about us? Show me you're willing to fight, that I'm still the love of your life. I know we call this our home, but I still feel alone. To lead them with strong hands and stand up when they can't no lead. Hungry for love, chasing things that I could give up, I'll show them. I'm willing to fight and give them the best of my life so we can call this our home, please. I can't do this alone. Lead me with strong hands, stand up when I can, don't leave me hungry for love, chasing dreams. What about us? Show me you're willing to fight, that I'm still the love of your life. I know we call this our home, but I still feel alone. More responsible in life. For example, helping with the children who need to get it, and being more independent with my children. I'm ready to take on the job. So, I'd like to thank, and we do thank God for reaching this season. And there's no better way than to celebrate. We've chosen a couple of songs, and Neil, who used to be Pastor Neil, actually officiated Ruth's baby naming 7 years ago.
follow that from Roseanne. So, we're going to sing Layah for us. I should put this. This is Jerusalem of Gold, that Layah sings back to.
It just started out as a popular folk song, and it's a song about Jerusalem, and it's kind of become the anthem for the city, if there is such a thing.
Layah wants to help us. Jerusalem of golden sunlight, the focus of our prayers. To you we bring our hopes and wonder for every tear we shed. In raging battle we defend you, for signs of peace we strive. Inside the walls of your own city, our people come alive. Yerushalayim shel zahar, v'shamnecho shel halolecho shirayim ani yino. Yerushalayim shel zahar, v'shamnecho shel halolecho shirayim ani yino.
These types of prayers, including this one, which has become a foundation, bedrock prayer of the Jewish people, is something that kept them all with a certain common culture. Because they, after a while, didn't speak the same language. They were marrying with cultures that were foreign to theirs, and after a while, it was very hard for them to keep an identity. And so many of the identities, many of these prayers held our identity together. And this has become the bedrock of that identity crisis, this one, which all Jews were supposed to say at least once a day.
It's very simple tune we sing at the morning. You can just follow the sentence. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kivod Havuto, Leolam Kaed. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. May the name of his kingdom be blessed. Thank you, God. occasion, and the Torah was on their birthday, they left, I think I'm saying that right, and he went. And the Torah portion recounts the events of Moses' last earthly day. We have a very short version of Layah to read out in English. Torah portion.
Daily scripture reading. There you go. Basically, another thing that keeps the world, Jewish communities all around the world together is they read the Bible and they have every day they have a certain scripture that they read. So on special events, then it's customary to read that day for scripture reading. So as we read it, we know that there are millions of Jews all around the world reading the same thing.
This is it's 7 sections, but they're all very abbreviated what the Torah portion is. First, Moses addressed the people, saying that he has 120 years of age on that day, and he is not permitted to cross the Jordan River together. Instead, Joshua will lead them, and God will go before them and destroy their enemies. Second hour. Moses continued his talk. God will banquet and have I have learned music, I have worked out memories. And some great people. I have had Shabbat memories, Israel memories, and memories of my cousins. Sadly, did not make it here today because they live in Washington State. They're two here, right there. But my cousins, Best friend memories, porridge memories, softball memories, and baseball memories. Memories of talent shows and fashion shows, and memories of ghosts. I am thankful for all these wonderful things I have shared with some amazing people. I am also very thankful for my family. Ivana is the best big sister in the whole universe. She's very funny most of the time. She's also very fun to play board games with if she is in the right mood. Jacob is the very best little brother in the universe. He is so cute. One time he made me a clubhouse in the backyard for me. But when his friends came over, they said it was their clubhouse. But I still love him all the same. Chrissy is the very best little sister ever. She is very stylish. She has a sparkly blue back. It's very little, but she does not care. She still puts 4 big pieces of nail polish in a big wallet, and then a touch gold necklace and a library card. Daddy has helped me with music greatly. He has also taught me how to make amazing coffee and sweet like crows. He has told me many other things that I cannot say because they're too many. Mommy has helped me a bunch with schoolwork. She has also taught me how to be beautiful and have a beautiful life. But there are countless other things, but this is necessary. My mommy and daddy have helped me with lots of things, but the reason I love them so much is that they love me with all their heart. It's a Tanakh scripture with Hebrew translation. This is the one that we said we like. We decided on. And I think now we're going to say the blessing over God of my ancestors, in truth and sincerity, I lift up my hands to you on this great and sacred day and say, my childhood days have passed, and I take upon myself the responsibility to lead you. It is my duty to keep the commandments, and I must answer when called upon for my own actions. Lord, you hold me responsible. Until now, I have been with you by birth, alone. But today, I freely enter your congregation, and before all the world, I will live as your
May you live to see your will fulfilled. May your destiny be for worlds still to come. And may you trust in generations past and future. May songs of praise ever be upon your tongue, and your vision be on its straight path before you. May your eyes shine with the light of Torah, and your face reflect the brightness of the heavens.
Miriam's worried I'm going to get real wordy. I want to point out a few basic facts about this tradition. First of all, all traditions that Jews have and keep today are biblically based. This is one that's not a commandment in the Bible. It's one that they felt necessary for various reasons. First, and maybe the most important, was so that children understood the importance of their heritage, their culture, and the biblical insights that could enrich their life. Humans are pretty much the same across the board in a very raw, natural state. And it's kind of what our culture, our family, our religion, it all paints this worldview that becomes who we are. And so these types of things, I think the Jewish people in particular have figured out have a huge impact on the next generation and the next generation. And it's an ongoing growing thing. It's not something you have a religious law that's stuck in the mud. And it's a misconception. Many people believe that Jewish laws are just kind of like a traffic law, a civil law that you obey it because you're told to, and if you disobey it, you get punished. It's more than that because it's based on biblical texts that are ancient and have amazing spiritual insights. And when you're dealing with the spiritual realm, it goes far and beyond a creed or a law or an idea, because ideas change, laws change. And hopefully, if you're in the right spiritual frame of mind, you grow. And with that growth, these other things become more meaningful. I'll just give you an example. She just got an English Hebrew Bible. And she reads the Hebrew a little bit, and it's my fault. I haven't spent much time with her on the Hebrew. But the difference just in reading the Hebrew version compared to the English version is huge from a spiritual conception. And so keeping as close to the original ideas, to me, is what this particular ceremony is about. It starts them on their way. And I'll give you a real classic example. Layah, of course we all know, is a female. Now, in the ultra-Orthodox groups, they don't have bat mitzvahs for the girls, because the old tradition that goes back to some of the biblical texts don't allow women to read the Bible in front of a crowd of people. Even though when I research it myself, I find that it's completely and utterly wrong according to the texts themselves. But these traditions, even though they have holes and fallacies, they serve the purpose. And the spiritual enlightenment allows today my daughter to stand up and read the Bible in a public setting.
I was going to give you an example about why it's so important to look at things and dissect things, and when you're dealing with a spiritual life, and that is our point of view concerning the Bible. It's a spiritual walk, and it's important to go over and over and over things in your mind. People say, the Bible's full of contradictions, and in a very literal sense it is. It's full of many contradictions. But those contradictions, what does a contradiction make you do? It makes you think. It makes you go back and say, why doesn't that make any sense? And why does this contradict this? And why, if we have, for instance, we have a commandment that says you shouldn't kill, and then you have a story which says God said to kill everybody. If you don't have these things, you can't grapple with your spiritual growth. Because if you only have one side, you go through life blissfully wrong. Because one side never gives you the truth. You have to grapple, and the Bible has an amazing ability to make you grapple with it. And so, starting them out young reading, hopefully she will, is I think, the best tool that she could have.
Look down, Lord. Just try your best. Do everything you can. And don't you worry what they tell themselves when you're away. It just takes some time, little girl. You're in the middle of the ride. Everything will be just fine. Everything will be alright. Hey. They're all the same. You know you do better on your own. So don't buy in. Live right now. Just be yourself. It doesn't matter if it's good enough for someone else. It just takes some time, little girl. You're in the middle of the ride. Everything be just fine. Everything be alright. Hey, don't write yourself off yet. It's only in your head you feel left out. Oh, look down, no. Just do your best. Do everything you can. And don't you worry what those bitter hearts are gonna say. It just takes some time, little girl. You're in the middle of the ride. Everything be just fine. Everything be alright. It just takes some time, little